Okay, I got this package from Fulci Comics. Lucio Fulci is the director of The Beyond, Zombie, The Gates of Hell, some of my favorite gore fests. And Ibon Press has started a new comic book series uniting the universes of The Beyond, City of the Living Dead, aka The Gates of Hell, and another film called House by the Cemetery. And what I've ordered is the first issue in this new series. Now, I did have some minor issues with my order. It came in to this Ibon Press. It's a small operation. At the same time that they were releasing their newest issue of Zombie. And my order got a little shuffled around, so it was delayed a little bit. Not a big deal. But I let them know, and they were very kind to tell me that they were going to include a little something extra for me. So I'm going to unbox it now. I should say I'm very happy with the way they dealt with the issue. It's not a complaint. I think a knife would be the better way to open this, but I'm just going to... It's sort of a pizza box in a lot of ways. And, and here we go. Oh! So inside the box, you get priority mail packaging. I almost kind of wish I would have been more careful with that box, because it does have the Fulci Comics logo on it. So here we have Lucio Fulci's Gates of Hell, #1. Written by Stephen Romano. Illustrated by Derek Rook. Based on the motion picture City of the Living Dead. Limited collector's edition with an Ibon sleeve. Only 2,000 copies printed and sealed. Not available in any store. Bone-chilling first-ish. This comic book contains scenes that may be considered shocking. No one under 17 will be admitted. And it's from Ibon Press. Part of the Saga of the Seven Gates, which is that shared universe of the movies I mentioned, and Fulci Comics. Let's look at the reverse. Hell is a place where you are buried alive. 4 innocent people. The Dark Legacy. 10 million screaming souls. Mary, Peter, Sandra, and Jerry. The Saga of the Seven Gates begins. Limited edition of 1,000 signed and numbered copies. Other thing, we're gonna open that up in a minute and show it to you. But I also got this added extra. Here it is, the Book of Ibon. Now, Ibon, the Book of Ibon is Dread Central's limited edition. I think it might be out of print or it's very rare. It's a preview magazine of IbonPress.com. In this issue, horror comics based on the films of Lucio Fulci, Zombie, Gates of Hell, and The Ultimate Monster Bottom Feeder, which is a comic I'm interested in getting because it's an all-new storyline written for Ibon Press, but it stars Joe Spinell from the 1980 slasher film Maniac. So they're taking actors who are no longer around and casting them in new stories, which is kind of interesting. Why is this man upset? Lucio Fulci's Zombie. Ibon sleeve, collector's edition, available only at Fulci Comics, IbonPress.com.
And just leafing through this. Looks very neat. We're getting a preview of each of these comics in here. Looks like, oh, there's some nudity. I might have to block that out. The shark versus zombie scene from Zombie. and Gates of Hell, which is the comic I just got. So it looks like this is a preview comic with highlights. Here's Bottom Feeder, the one that looks like Joe Spinell down there in the corner. It's kind of interesting. So I think I'll probably be throwing some money toward this company and some notes and behind the drawing board. So it's a promo thing. It's got the zombie from Zombie on it. Interestingly, that was what was on the cover of Fangoria number 9, my very first issue that I was exposed to of Fangoria, which set me on a path, the irredeemable path of grindhouse fandom. Now the selling point of these comics, one of the selling points of these comics is that they're treated like vinyl records. They have really interesting cardboard sleeves over the comics, and I don't want to wreck this. It's made to look distressed, but I don't want to cut it open. So, here we are. I got it with my finger. All right, should I leave the plastic wrap over it? I don't know. I guess so. And let's see if we can get the comic out. Comes with a lot of other stuff that I'll be showing you. Some tchotchkes, as John likes to call them. Make sure all of the plastic is off here. I think if I don't get it off, I might damage the comic. Okay, there we go. Yep. And they're kind of tight, so we have some more stuff coming out. More cool stuff popping out of there. Yep. Alright, let's see what we have. Ooh, alright. More stuff. Is that empty? Okay, so it's empty. First things first, we have the comic book. Ghastly horror based on the Grindhouse classic. And just to give you an idea of the level of artistry at work here. And it is based on the film, which I've seen a few times in my youth, but I haven't seen in a while, so I may have to revisit it again. Looks very promising. Look forward to reading that this evening. There's the back, which is a kind of an updated version of the original poster, which is what you see on the front there. And some of the extras that it comes with. Here's a trading card. The Saga of the Seven Gates, and on back another piece of artwork. Here's a bookmark with a neat panel. I think that's from Bottom Feeder. Yep, Bottom Feeder, coming in 2018. It looks very Cthulhu-esque, I think. Well, just because it has teeth, I guess. I guess my brain is just on Lovecraft these days, but there are some Lovecraft connection here with the Book of Vibon, which I think is also mentioned in the Beyond. So some comic art here for another trading card. Saga of the Seven Gates, number 2, Sandra and Jerry. Check that out a little later. And this looks like a sticker. I don't know if I'll be putting it on anything. I do put a lot of stickers up on my bookshelf, but I think that might ruin the collectability of this. Here's a preview, and it says, say hello to Joe Spinell. This is the actor who was in the movie Maniac that I told you about. And he's our pal. He also stars in our upcoming comic series Bottom Feeder and Maniac. Plus, he's running for president in 2020. Stop laughing, it could totally happen. Joe would like to say to you, dear reader, that you are now the proud owner of an Eibon Press single-issue comic book. Gates of Hell number 1 is not available in any store and has been packaged by hand and shrink-wrapped.
Where did you go? Where did you go, Dan?
Shrink wrapped personally by Ibon co-founder Sean Lewis in a specially designed Ibon sleeve. So remember, if your comic did not come with this shit-eating grin from our pal Joe, it is not one of the limited 2,000 copies only available at ibonpress.com. You ain't seen nothing yet. Zombie number 4, the Apocalypse issue. Now they're doing a series based on Zombie, which is the movie. And then the 5th issue is actually a sequel to the movie. So that's... my problem with it is that a lot of the early issues have already sold out. So that's why I went with the Gates of Hell series, because I could get it from issue number 1 on. I don't know if I showed it to you yet, but this is the little art print. So that's what I got from Fulci Comics. You should check out their Facebook page. It's Ibon Press, and it's well worth it if you're a Grindhouse fan. If you like comic books, all that stuff.
Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? I don't know where he went, but he's not there. It's as if he went into the void. It's as if he went into the void.